I want the record of this bill to be clear. The fact that a small business owner does not show up in Salem to testify why they went out of business is not evidence that a harm did not occur. We are in one of the best economies we've seen in a decade. And Portland is our economic engine in this state and happens to be one of the wealthier towns. I represent a collection of the poorest towns. My largest town in my district is our state's lowest income. So when someone from Portland stands up and ridicules businesses, small business owners, well, you can imagine why difficult that was in hearing that. The fact is, workers deserve respect. In standing up here today to advocate on behalf of those who pay the bills and try to present their side of the story does not mean that there's no evidence, does not mean that somehow those of us opposed to the bill are being fear-mongering, or that we're being hateful, or racist, or sexist, or stupid. Because let's face it, there are people in this state who put up their homes for lines of credits and small businesses. People from poor areas and people from rich areas who make payroll based upon lines of credits, who try to build businesses. And when they go out of business, they lose their house. Do we really expect them to come here and advocate on behalf of businesses who've went out of business? I don't think there's anyone in this body who doesn't want someone who is sick to stay home and care for themselves. I don't think there is a member of the House of Representatives who wouldn't rather be home with a sick child than be here or at work. The question is, who pays? What I'm hearing is that, I've heard it multiple times, is that no one should have to make the choice between choosing to work sick or not be paid. I'm simply standing today to say, remember the other side of that ledger. There are people who are paying that. There are small businesses who are going to pay that person's salary and have to replace that person or go without a sales force for a day. And many small businesses have put up their homes and are on low margins. Colleagues, I know that what I say here today will not change the outcome of this vote.
Excuse me, Representative. Representative Bent yields his time. Please continue.
But the manner in which the majority party brings a bill and passes that bill matters. Process matters. Voices matter. I stand today to emphasize that there are some poor towns who this bill will apply to. And they're going to be impacted, not because they want sick people to work, but because they're trying to figure out how to make a payroll. And until, frankly, you've ever sweated a payroll, it's hard to empathize with how difficult it can be. I urge a no vote because of the impact on agriculture. And I urge a no vote because of the impact on places like Prineville. And I urge a no vote because this will affect small businesses. It absolutely will. Representative Clem is someone I highly respect, and he said something absolutely true. We passed this bill today in one of the best economic times in a decade, maybe two. More general revenue than we've ever seen. In one day, a recession will return to Oregon. One day. And those small businesses who we have impacted with over a dozen bills are going to have to decide whether they can stay in business or not. And the people, the proponents of this bill, are asking to pay for this are the same people whose choice isn't whether to work or not. The choice is whether they're going to lose their home or not. And that's a real choice for them. I know that Oregon has sent us here to do what's best for our state and our districts. And I know people will make a decision based upon the information that they have and the oath that they've sworn. I believe that if we would let people who run our small businesses make those choices as to best incent their workforce, as Representative Buckley indicated, we would see the results that Representative Buckley experienced. Because I know that the thousands and thousands of small businesses in this state want to do the right thing. They wake up every day wanting to do the right thing and doing the right thing. I urge a no vote because I trust them. Thank you, Madam Speaker.